Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. See, children have been growing up with cartoons for generations. That being said, it is common knowledge that cartoons don't always have to make sense. But there are some inconsistencies so huge that they might blow your mind away. From The Little Mermaid to Samurai Jack, these contradictions are reminders that cartoons don't always have consistent logic. Number 10. The Fairly Odd Parents.
I'll share this fire hydrant. We don't have one in our block.
Cosmo and Wanda are every kid's favorite magicians, but just like everything in life, even magicians aren't perfect. In the episode The Big Fairy Share Scare of Season 10, due to a tremor caused by a fellow friend, the earth cracks open and Cosmo and Wanda's wands fall into the crack, so they are temporarily without wands. Now, this is where the plot loses its track, because even though both the little fairies lose their wands, and even before Timmy can retrieve the wands, Cosmo is shown to be in possession of his wand when he uses it to whip up a film projector that is able to show events from the past. That's not the only mistake the show made. Another inconsistency is found in the episode Father Time, when Timmy uses heat vision acquired during a wish to win a foot race, even though the rules, which is the rule book for wishes, would prevent such a thing.
Now that you're in a competition, you can't use the knowledge to win. That's cheating. The wish is off.
Number 9. The Transformers. If you are a young child, you might not know this, but Transformers was a hit cartoon show in the 80s, way before the movies were even released. It's known as the Generation 1 of Transformers. The further you go back in time, the more inconsistencies cartoons have. For fans of Generation 1 Transformers cartoon, one question has lingered in their mind. Optimus Prime is the main hero in the show, but when Optimus Prime transforms, where does the trailer from his truck form go? It looks like the trailer rolls off screen as if it were meant to be shed off.
It should be here.
There's been speculation about what happens to the trailer, and some fans think they've answered the question, but no definitive explanation has ever been given by the creators of the show. While we're on the subject, why does Megatron turn into a small weapon during its transformation?
Fire!
Maybe not all old is gold. Number 8. The Little Mermaid. Disney is undoubtedly the biggest franchise when it comes to cartoons. They have made childhoods of millions of kids, but have also left a lot of children with some questions related to the plots. One of the most frustrating plots in Disney history has to be in The Little Mermaid, when Ariel trades her voice to Ursula in exchange for human legs and then can't tell Prince Eric who she really is.
The one I've been looking for. What's your name?
But most fans agree that this is a plot hole. Ariel can actually tell Eric everything. She just needs to write it down. It's not even that she's illiterate. We know Ariel can read and write because she signs the contract with the Sea Witch.
I'll make you a potion that will turn you into a human for 3 days.
Unless she only ever learned how to sign her name for some reason, there's no reason why she can't tell the prince the truth via pen and paper. That is a major plot hole. Number 7. Young Justice. You might expect the League of Superheroes to include some of the smartest people in the world, but it seems like being smart isn't the criteria to be part of the Justice League. If it was, Luthor would be the most important hero. During the end of the first season, the Justice League comes under mind control by the supervillain group, the Light.
I promise. I can clean any residual programming from your mind.
It isn't for too long. In fact, they are under control for just a day. But during that time, the 6 strongest members of the League, including Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, attack the planet Rimbor and cause havoc there.
You see, Starotech does not reprogram the mind. It offers us remote control of it.
In the next season, which cuts to 5 years later, the Justice League still has no memory of what they've done. However, this problem could have easily been solved if they had just asked the people who weren't under mind control, such as the Green Lantern Corps, what went down. It's kind of surprising a solution this simple would be lost on a group this intelligent. Number 6. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Now we're getting into some dark territory here, and we might get attacked by a lot of you for ruining your childhood with this one, but you definitely have to hear the truth about Pooh. When one normally thinks of Pooh and pals, the subject of death doesn't really come into the conversation, does it? Well, one closer look at the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh makes it that much darker. It's implied that Christopher Robin has to go off to school, as most children do. That appears to be innocent enough. But here's the thing, it's not implied that he comes back. The twisted part is, Pooh and his friends don't exactly look like they've figured it out. They are practically living in a 100-acre limbo for all we know.
I'm told that tomorrow I'll be going again.
Again?
Number 5, Family Guy. We're not going to attack anyone's beliefs here, but there is a truth about atheists. They love to point out the lack of concrete evidence of God's existence as their reason for disbelieving. They don't believe that God exists, so they don't really look for him. However, Brian, a big atheist from the Family Guy, doesn't have that excuse.
Oh, you're barking up the wrong tree, Meg. I'm an atheist.
What's that?
In the cartoon, he has not only seen and met Jesus, he also witnessed with his own eyes Jesus' ability to perform miracles.
How do we know you're really Jesus? Can you perform miracles?
Sure. How about this?
That isn't the only time Brian goes against the teachings of atheism. There is also the time the Griffins were visited by the plagues of Egypt. Brian described this as the punishment of God for Peter trying to work miracles.
Gotta be an explanation for all this.
You want an explanation? God is pissed.
Still, that doesn't stop Brian in later episodes from not only being a committed atheist, but also looking down on those who believe in God. Come on, Brian. At least be an agnostic? Number 4, Beauty and the Beast. Cartoons are made for kids. That is one of the reasons the makers don't give much attention to the little details. Although Beauty and the Beast will always remain a timeless classic, modern adult audiences have noticed a thing or two about the film that doesn't sit quite right with us. One of those is Belle's seemingly inability to understand Beast's rules. As her abductor, Beast specifically tells her to avoid going into the forbidden wing of the castle. She goes anyway, which is to be expected of a Disney heroine. But it's not clear why she's surprised when Beast is angry with her for breaking the rules. She should expect him to be furious, or maybe she thought she was too charming for the Beast to be furious with her? A plot hole can sometimes turn into a plot twist. For that, check the next cartoon on this list.
Why did you come here?
Number 3, Camp Laszlo. You probably expect a cartoon to have a normal, heartwarming ending that makes the audience cry. This isn't the case with Camp Laszlo. This show's last episode ends with a strange twist, or should we say a major plot hole. It turns out that Lumpus, the recent scoutmaster for Camp Kidney, wasn't the designated scoutmaster of the camp. He was actually an imposter who kidnapped and locked up the real scoutmaster in a closet for the summer while he took on the role of the main scoutmaster.
He is no scoutmaster of Camp Kidney!
The directors were trying to be clever with this plot twist to most fans, but it backfired because this information contradicts past episodes such as the family tree that shows a direct line from Lumpus's great-grandfather obtaining the rights to Camp Kidney legally to Lumpus. In the cartoon, it often comes up that Lumpus has been a scoutmaster for years, while the supposedly real scoutmaster says that he was only locked in the closet for the summer. So this story doesn't add up. Who do you guys think was the real scoutmaster? And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber. If you come across a photo online and you want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it on a future video. Number 2, Samurai Jack. Time traveling is fascinating because it is one of the very few things that can be achieved only in fiction movies and cartoons. But there is also nothing like time travel to open up the opportunity for plot holes. In the finale of Samurai Jack, Jack is sent back to the past to kill his arch-rival Aku. The samurai is able to kill Aku somehow, but that is when the major plot hole hits. You see, when Aku is killed, it was at a point in time before Jack's daughter Ashi was born. So as a result, Ashi disappears in the future. That takes out her whole existence from the new timeline.
No.
But the thing is, Ashi is the one who sent Jack back into the past through her powers. So if she never existed, how could Jack go back in time to kill Aku, which prevents Aki's birth? Number 1, Cinderella. Cinderella is not only the most important and famous Disney cartoon of all time, but it is also one of the most popular animations of all time. And it's easy to see why. The tales of an unloved servant whose life changes in just a single day and ends up getting a makeover and marrying the prince is the epitome of feel-good stories, especially to girls. The only criticism we as fans have is that there's a plot hole with the fairy godmother's magic. It's common knowledge that her spell is supposed to last until the stroke of midnight.
Oh my goodness.
What's the matter?
It's midnight.
Yes. So it is.
Goodbye.
Why then does the slipper last forever? When the coach turns back into a pumpkin and the horses turn back into mice, why does the slipper remain? Maybe the godmother has some other magic up her sleeves. That is our list of top 10 major plot holes in cartoons. Which one shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.